lovers. It is I, Danny Two Hands, here with Frank the Panch.
Hey.
We are down one because he's got two.
Yeah. That's how the math's checking out on this one.
That's right. Our co-host, David, he recently had his twins.
Well, Michelle had the twins.
That's right. Michelle actually had them.
Yeah, David was there.
He helped.
Yeah.
Something.
At the beginning, at least.
So he's dadding real hard. And for those who are very bat-eared listeners, I guess you say, very intent listeners, you'd probably know from the UMR lore that we've always said the day we don't have a David episode that we're going to do a deep discussion on Dude, Where's My Car? And by God, we are. That's right. Welcome to episode 60 of Uninformed Movie Reviews, the Dude, Where's My Deep Dive?
Yes! So excited. I can't wait.
I mean, on conception of this, I was like, got it. I'm down. Let's do this.
Yes.
So, before we get going, I'd like to thank everyone for listening. It really helps out. We've gotten a good number of new subscribers. We really appreciate it. Tons of views. It's helping us get bigger. I can finally pay off my car. Just kidding. I can't. But let's keep going so I can. And I swear I'll make a nice video for you guys or something.
There you go. In the car.
In my car that's now paid off.
Yeah.
Not yet. Anyways, thanks for sharing, and subscribing. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on a console on YouTube, why don't you hit that up button, give us a like. If you're on the computer, give us a like, a share, a subscribe. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please be sure to follow us. And Spotify, please be sure to follow us. On Instagram as well, at Uninformed Movie Reviews.
If you're watching us on a tablet on a desert island stranded, don't give up hope. They will find you. You will get off that island.
Also, if you have Signal, why aren't you signaling for help?
Yeah. What the hell are you doing, idiot?
Idiot. Well, here we are. We are reviewing 2000's masterpiece, a true insight into a piece of time.
Yes.
Dude, Where's My Car?
One of the true last glimpses into a pre-9/11 America where things were just joyful and goofy.
And horny.
Yeah.
So horny.
So very horny.
Angry, lonely, and horny. I guess we're still kind of there, but just with more terrorism now.
Yeah. More NSA up our butts.
Up someone's butt. So should we hit the numbers right up top?
Yeah, before we get into it, let's see. Dude, Where's My Car? Released December 15th, 2000. Has a 5.5 out of 10 on IMDb. A angrily low and somehow very correct 17% on Rotten Tomatoes with its 83-minute runtime.
Damn.
Made on an estimated budget of $13 million. Had an opening weekend of $13,845,914.
Wow.
Screwed that up. Worldwide gross, $73,180,723.
Some would call this a hit.
Yeah.
Some would call this a masterpiece.
Yeah, box office wise, it wasn't number one when it opened. It was number two behind a Mel Gibson movie.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to see if you could guess which Mel Gibson movie it was.
Motherfucking Patriot, dog.
No, it was not.
Oh.
That would have been better, but it was What Women Want.
Which is also a surprisingly okay movie.
Surprisingly okay. It did, however, beat The Emperor's New Groove that weekend.
That is a travesty because that is a better movie for sure.
Awesome video game too.
Speaking of which, now we can do The Emperor's New Groove. Oh, it's just so many possibilities.
We could do whatever we want.
That's right.
Daddy's away.
You hear that, David? We can do whatever we want.
Suck it.
All right. For now that I realize that this came out in 2000, and we may very well have listeners who were not alive at that time and do not know what this movie is.
Surely.
Let's give a little synopsis. So Jesse and Chester, played by Ashton Kutcher and Sean William Scott.
Yes.
I always want to say Michael Murray. It's not. It's not at all.
Sean Michael Murray.
He's just gone from movies now. I guess that's why I'm not used to saying his name anymore.
Yeah.
As much as around the American Pie days.
The last I remember him being was like Goon.
That was a dope
which is
movie.
Fantastic.
Didn't they
Well,
do a
I guess
second one?
Goon 2, The Last Enforcer.
They did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jesse and Chester, two bumbling stoners, wake up one morning from a night of partying and cannot remember where they parked their car, which prompts them on a journey to find it. Along the way, they encounter a variety of people who include their angry girlfriends, Wilma and Wanda, whose house they trashed, an angry street gang, and a transsexual stripper hounding them for a suitcase full of stolen money. I did not say this was a politically correct movie. I also did not say that it aged well.
We did say that it came out in 2000.
That's right. That's a disclaimer right there. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna come up off the top. There are some jokes in here that didn't land now, but the ones that did still hit hard, I believe. Impressions.
Yeah, I gotta say, my rewatch, I still found myself chuckling.
How often do you think do you watch this movie?
I probably watch Dude, Where's My Car like once every 3 to 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it might be more frequent. I think like on the 2-year mark. It just happens to be on.
Well, see, like, David is not a fan of Dude, Where's My Car? His wife, Michelle, however, in the correct camp and realizing this is a cultural masterpiece.
I'm surprised, too, because it seems like the buddy movie that like he'd be down for almost. I mean, maybe it's just 2000s. You know what I mean? Like, it's like almost like a Bill and Ted, but like way hornier and way dumber.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
You know? Maybe that's what doesn't
And it's
work
not even
him.
like schlocky, because I feel like in horror a lot of the times the three of us get separated, with me and David in one camp and then you in another, because you don't have a high tolerance for horror schlock.
Oh no.
Whereas David and I will eat it up, but this isn't schlocky. It falls into something completely different. A lot of the like the bad reviews I saw online for this movie were just like about how stupid it was. Like, it's so stupid, and that's really what David can't tolerate.
That's right. He doesn't have a really good tolerance for stupidity in movies.
Yeah. In life.
Well, he does have a choice of friends.
He hangs out with us.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, yeah, it still holds up in my view. Just go in piece by piece. I mean, they just wake up one day from a night of partying.
What was the tagline? The tagline for this movie is something like, after a night they can't remember, they experience a day they'll never forget.
Oh, that is a good tagline.
Right?
Only to be exceeded by this. Dude, Where's My Car? A very mysterious and powerful movie, and its mystery is only exceeded by its power.
Fantastic. The continuum transfunctioner.
The continuum transfunctioner.
Yeah, I still stumble over it.
Yeah, it's
22 years later.
It's a really good made-up sci-fi device name.
Yeah,
I have to say. Next to like the Back to the Future one. What is it? The flux capacitor. This is close. I like that. I think it's catchy. I mean, let's just go off the top. Yeah, they wake up from a night of partying, not sure what's going on. There's a dude peeing in their room.
Which is like Greg or something.
Yeah, who they say hey to, and which is a very real experience for me, for sure. When I had an apartment with Jake, there would be some rando that stayed over, and we're just like, how do we know him in the morning? For sure.
Hey, that was me, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You knew me. We grew up together.
I mean, so they try and retrace their steps, and one thing that I thought, like, right when they get into the process of doing it, is like getting high again to retrace your steps.
Yeah.
Pro move, dude.
Yeah.
Also,
pro move, big mistake.
Big mistake,
yeah.
But it did lead to like a sensory, recall.
Yeah,
if you will.
You know, the thing I really like about this, the plot in this movie is like the pacing. You're constantly going from scene to scene, and they don't do any detective work. They just happen to stumble to the next part of the puzzle. Like they stumble into it, or they're taken to the next part. They happen to just get dropped off like at the tailors, and I don't know. It's all just so beautiful the way they fall through this situation from beginning to end.
Which is probably how the night before ended up as it did.
Yeah,
you
truly.
Know what I mean, I was thinking off the top. I mean, when they introduce their girlfriends, Wilma and Wanda, played by Natalie Portman and Jennifer Garner.
It's Jennifer Garner and some other lady.
That's Natalie Portman for
no.
sure. Yeah. Who's the other one that looks like her?
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley. You knew exactly what I was talking about.
I know exactly
too.
what you're throwing down. We've had this conversation.
That's funny. There's a YouTube video of her in interviews that she just says she gets like mistaken for Natalie Portman all the time.
Yeah, you know.
What a career.
What a career.
So a year of dating with the twins, and I'm assuming, well, they said they had no sex.
No, yeah, it seems like they have not gotten to that part of their relationship yet.
It happens to be their anniversary, and they don't have presents, but they are titillated at the thought of a secret surprise.
A special treat,
secret?
special surprise or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, which might be, you know. So
we're all thinking the same thing.
Which is like, I was like, oh, cool. So they're taking it steady. They're going real slow. But then I was also thinking, like, wait a minute. They definitely boned Christy Boner, right? I mean, that's what she's insinuating.
I don't think they did. I think they very much want to and have tried to. And I think Christy Boner has definitely led them along, which I got to say, fantastic character name.
A perfect character name. But, like, she did say she saw the backseat of their new car.
Oh, maybe they did hook up.
And she did say, this will jog your memory.
And it should be said, Chester and Jesse, not very good boyfriends.
No, terrible boyfriends.
There's that part towards the end of the movie where they're like realizing they're actually in love with these girls and they're looking at that picture. And even in the picture, like Chester and Jesse are having a great time looking at each other. And their girlfriends are just like pissed.
yeah, they're terrible. Well, like as quoted from the movie, you guys are sucky boyfriends.
They are.
Yeah,
Fair.
they really are. Especially,
They're really good friends.
yeah, they're very sucky. Especially if the sucky that they're doing is on stripper boobs.
Apparently.
Yeah, that probably happened too.
Yeah.
They definitely insinuate that at the the furry kitty or whatever.
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
sounds
called.
right.
Yeah, that was it Chester? Yeah, Chester really got down.
Chester,
It
I
seems
believe his
like.
last name's Copperpot.
No, you're Smoky McPot. Woo! And then can we just say that like the introduction of Mr. Pizzicoli is probably one of the greatest things ever. I mean, he is a national treasure.
Yeah, for reals. And even just like the whole pizza falling off of the ceiling and stuff. This movie's so cartoony.
Yeah.
Like, and that's one of the endearing things about it, besides the relationship between Chester and Chessie. I wish Ashton Kutcher and Sean William Scott did more things together.
I do wish that they would team up for one, especially seeing them as old people now.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be pretty good. I actually just saw Ashton Kutcher in like come back to acting in that movie by
You talking about 2.5 Men?
I forgot he did that too. I hate that show. The one movie made by BJ Novak recently, the guy from The Office, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's really good. Deliverance. No, not Deliverance. Is it Deliverance? It's one word like that.
Interesting.
It's real good.
It's not Deliverance, it's DiGiorno.
Wow. Hilarious. What was that like philosophical roundabout we had to that? Like, what if you get an Instacart of DiGiorno
or like a GoPuff, some DiGiorno. You get DiGiorno
delivered to you?
It's delivery and DiGiorno.
Oh my God. Heads explode.
Yeah, not even like a stoner conversation, just an actual conversation.
It's a fact. I mean, if you don't think so, put it in the comments. I want to see what you think because...
The movie's called Vengeance.
Vengeance, not Deliverance.
Yeah.
Maybe I was watching a different movie, but a lot of banjos. Yeah, it was really good, really solid. And Ashton Kutcher was dramatic in it, and it was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it when a comedic actor can do a nice drama role.
Cue Adam Sandler in Funny People.
Cue Adam Sandler in
Rain on
Uncut
Me.
Gems, Rain on Me, Punch Drunk Love.
Yes.
Yeah, he does great dramatic stuff.
What sucks is he has so much potential to like be a great actor and do great things, but he loves that money, and I don't blame him, I guess. But
Well, I've come to the realization recently that Adam Sandler is actually a genius. Like he shot to fame making stupid noises and singing dumb songs. He makes a buttload of money from these dumbass family movies that he shoots. And then when he wants to do like an artsy fartsy project, he kills it, man. Like
dynamite.
yeah, dude. Oh my God. He's a bona fide genius. I have so
Yeah.
much respect for him.
I mean, definitely like a business genius. Once once he started figuring out like the whole trips to Africa, and I think 50 First Dates really popped that cherry for him. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Like he was just like, oh, I can just do this, and it's successful.
I could just take a vacation and get paid for it.
yeah. I'll make like 70 movies like this. God, what was that one? Jack and Jill. Oh my God. Is that the one with Dunkachino?
Oh, I don't know where Dunkachino came from.
I think it
I
is.
don't
Jack and
watch
Jill.
those movies. I can't.
Well, who
I
brought it
can't
up?
do
David
man.
brought up
Yeah,
Dunkachino then.
David's all about Dunkachino.
Oh, God. All right, we fell way off topic, but Mr. Pizzicoli has a great introductory line, which is, if I find out you're embezzling my pizza, I will crush you like a doo-doo bird. Which I want to dissect, because do you think he means dodo bird, like an extinct dodo bird? Like I will punch you into extinction?
Into extinction? I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about.
Yeah? He's just thinking there's like umlauts over the O's or something.
But Mr. Pizzicoli's not a biologist. He's not a zoologist. He owns a
seems
pizza
like a
joint.
learned man, though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Angry,
Yeah.
but learned.
I think he's a national treasure. I also think he's a great early example of representation as a black business owner.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Because he definitely owns that place.
This is pre-barbershop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Perfect. Yes, I love it. I love it. So the boys then make their way down to get high and go to their friend and possible dealer, Nelson.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Nelson's their dealer.
Definitely, right?
Yeah.
Played by, I don't know the actor's name, but he's the guy who's Michael Bolton in Office Space.
Yes.
I can't remember his name. I think he was in a couple episodes of Mad TV too.
We'll figure it
Or
out.
he might have
Actually,
been on
that
the cast.
sounds kind of right.
I think he was on the cast for a bit.
The actor whose name you seek is David Herman.
Yeah, funny dude, man. I like that guy. I mean, pretty straightforward scene. Dog, except for dog has its own pipe, smokes weed. Oh, you get an animatronic dog.
Yeah, I
That's
always
weird,
forget
right?
about the animatronic dog. But there's like 5 or 6 puppeteers credited in this credit.
Oh,
So
there were
I don't
animatronic
know.
ostriches too.
That's
though.
what it is. The ostriches. I was trying to figure out where
Yeah.
the other puppets were.
I almost always forget that the ostrich scenes are a thing because it's so far into the journey.
Yeah.
Then-
And it very much feels like a dream.
Yeah, it just feels like a fever dream before they actually get
And
back to
then
the plot.
right after it, Sean William Scott has the dream about getting choopy wowied by an ostrich.
Oh my God. And that's the animatronic ostrich too.
Yep.
Dang. You see, even then, Dude, Where's My Car knew that computer graphics could only get them so far and that they were going to have a Blu-ray remaster at some point and they had to have the animatronics there to like really bring the high def in.
Practical effects. We say it over and over again.
I mean, especially back then. There is probably a computer-generated opening sequence of this movie that is just...
Oh,
it's something.
it's awful.
Listen to the music.
Whatever they use computers for, like effects wise, looks terrible. Because there's even like the end scene where the Rubik's Cube turns into the continuum transfunctioner,
dude.
and it's awful.
Whew. So see, I think it's because they did that scene first.
Yeah.
And they were just like, you know what? Let's just go animatronic ostrich.
Everything else has to be puppets.
How are we going to do this blowjob scene with an ostrich?
Yeah, that's dangerous, honestly. Ostriches are violent.
These are questions that every filmmaker should ask themselves.
Quentin Tarantino has asked himself that question at least 100 times.
How am I going to get so many feet on screen?
And then he said the N-word.
Up, yep.
Yeah.
And he turned his Kangol hat backwards too. Let's see. So after they go to Nelson's, it's the Chinese food order part. I
Yeah,
believe.
then we get to the Chinese scene, which is a classic.
I mean, it still works.
Yeah.
It's still like, what was the context of this joke that I want to know, like, for the writer?
it had to have been like an experience that they
Right?
had. Because and then means okay.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. So
In like Mandarin or something?
yeah, this is something I found out like years after seeing this movie. Like
Interesting.
at least a decade afterwards, you know what I mean? And that makes that scene so much funnier because it is just like a misunderstanding of like this
That's
person at the Chinese food
hilarious.
restaurant just being like, okay. And then them getting super upset about it.
That has opened my mind to a whole new appreciation of that scene now.
It will blow minds. Yeah. I blew a mind with it earlier today.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, the scene still holds up. It's perfect. It's interesting how like polite Jesse and Chester are the entire time, even when Jesse's getting flustered. It like takes quite a bit to like push him over the edge.
Well, yeah, these aren't dudes full of like malice. They're
No.
just like idiots. You know what I mean? It's like you can't. It's Always Sunny. Like they're all terrible people, but you can't really fault Charlie because Charlie just really doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
And that's Chessie and Jester.
He's almost always Charlie. At least he's almost always warranted in his reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also love that. I guess I don't know if it's backtracking a little bit. But we do the Christy Boner scene, and then what is it? Tommy and the tank
and the
the
rest
tank
of the
top
bros?
truck guys come
Yeah. Yeah. The tank top truck guys.
and pull up out of there, sported F-150. Man, that was a scene. Are these
Yeah.
guys bothering you?
I gotta admit though, like as a kid, I loved that truck. I was like, Dad, that's how I want to do my truck when I start driving.
I mean, those tanks, those and one tanks that they were wearing
With the hood in the
Yeah,
back.
bro. That was. I mean, we were just talking about NFL Blitz the other day. Like this was the time.
Holy smoke!
Exactly.
There's the one dude on the crew who's constantly wearing workout gloves.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
always just like mashing his fist into his hand.
Stoner bashing time.
Yeah.
So stupid, and I love it. It's perfect. The guy that they got to play him looks exactly like Jerry O'Connell for some reason.
It's his brother.
Get out of here.
No, I'm not. We have to finish recording this podcast, and I'm also not bullshitting you. It's Charlie O'Connell.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just learning new things all the time.
There you go.
That's
why
why
I'm here. I'm here to teach you and guide you.
That's why we have this, dude. Where's my deep dive? And David is truly missing out on these head blowing, like,
what a sucker.
terrible. Where do we go there from there, Frank?
From the Chinese food restaurant,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the
It's a
boys drive to the strip club.
That's
That is
right.
correct. To the fuzzy kitty, the aforementioned fuzzy kitty.
And there we get our first tasteless joke.
Yes.
But I guess it's a part of the plot.
It doesn't have to go that way. It could have just been like a stripper, you know what I mean?
An angry stripper?
Yeah, an angry stripper. Like,
I mean, some strippers commit crimes. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm sure some do.
yeah, for real. Some strippers get into fights right off the side of the stage when you're just trying to enjoy yourself after a show in Albuquerque.
This is
Just
true.
random example.
Weird place, weird example. Just
yeah,
out of nowhere, plucking.
I'm just pulling that out of the ethos.
Very smart to entrust two very stupid stoners with $200K though.
Yeah, this is the point in the movie where like I was having a really good time, you know what I mean? I'm already laughing at like all the dumb jokes and everything, and then we get there and I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah, forgot about that.
there's this part.
Yeah.
Okay, no, yeah, I don't know. The whole movie's pretty cringy if you're not into the dumb, stupid stoner movie, buddy movie. But this is the one part that I was like, oh, I forgot I was gonna have to ignore this a little bit. Okay, yeah.
It's definitely a little cringe. Well, very cringy. And yeah, if you're able to look past it, you can kind of enjoy the movie a little bit. But
Let's be honest, as a country, we're still struggling. Like, there's
struggling.
we're
I like
struggling.
that. It's like a trucking and struggling.
Yeah,
because
because there's part of us that are just trying to truck on through and let people live their truth. You know what I mean? And then there's the other part of America that's struggling to not be assholes about something that really doesn't affect them.
doesn't matter to them at all. Put that one down in the UMR appendix. Truggling. We're coming back to that.
TM.
.htm. All right, so we get out of that really problematic scene and we go into another. They found a good workaround for showing boobs on a PG-13 movie.
Wet t-shirt contest. Yeah.
was a thing. I also forgot this is probably like the Girls Gone Wild culture too.
Yeah, this is
like the
definitely,
time.
this has to be around the time, like, if you fell asleep with your TV on Comedy Central watching South Park reruns, you would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to a Girls Gone Wild infomercial.
Oh my God, am I on cinema?
You'd hear those steel drums playing in the background,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, oh my God, I'm about to see some start out boobies right now.
Which we understand. There was like a lot of very problematic things with Girls Gone Wild too, but this was the time, and it's kind of messed up. But yeah, like I could see why the wet t-shirt contest was it's a smart workaround for nudity and the MPAA.
Yeah.
You know,
Take that.
MPAA ratings. What do you got against nipples, MPAA? Nothing.
I got
Sexist.
nipples, fucker. Can you milk me?
Oh, another one we should hit sometime soon.
Oh, yeah. We really just got to make a list of movies David doesn't enjoy. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun
It's gonna
time.
be so good.
Not that we aren't going to miss you, David, but also, fuck you.
I identify with Jesse and Chester collectively. Well, Jesse more so, not wanting to make a second trip for the trash in the twins' apartment.
Oh, yeah, because from there they go back to try to like clean up the apartment from the rager that they threw.
That's right. And it's clean. The twins cleaned it. But they're just like, can you take out the trash and not make a mess? And it's like, oh, okay. But they have to do it in all one trip.
Yeah, I definitely like said out loud, like, this is a stupid conundrum to be in. But at the same time, as I was saying it, I was like, I get it.
I would do the same thing. I know it's stupid, but even when I grab groceries when I come home, I strongman that and I put them all like on one loop in both hands just because I don't want to open the doors again and get out.
You got to get those pressure rings in your fingers. You're not even trying.
Yeah, exactly. And then you just feel like a failure if you don't do it the first time, you know?
True.
I always like envision like Vinny or like who I consider to be my brother. He's my cousin, but
Yeah, wait, you're not saying his full name and title, and it's really bothering
my cousin
me.
Vinny.
Thank you.
To be standing over me, just being like, "Wow, you couldn't get that all in one trip, huh?" You know, the brotherly pressure will kill you.
Shout out to you, Vinny. We love you dearly.
Miss you, bud. I think from there they get kicked out because they obviously make a mess.
Yeah, they get thrown out, Uncle Phil style.
Yeah, I wonder which one did it. You think Jennifer Garner's character did?
Maybe both.
Yeah,
They gave him like old heave ho.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They almost seem like they'd go along with it, give him like a running start.
I mean, I'm into it.
Yeah, and it's pretty strong. Yeah, crush you,
Crush.
crush you like a doo-doo bird.
Like a doo-doo bird.
So I think from there they get kidnapped by the Zoltan gang, right?
Yes. Yeah, because they pull up in the van and get shot in. This is our first instance of the Zoltan cult. Because it is
a cult.
It's not a gang, it's a cult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
They are probably my favorite part of this movie, dude.
Yeah.
I love the Bubble Gang.
The Bubble Bunch.
The Bubble Bunch.
The Bubble Bunch bouncing to the beat.
Bouncing to the beat.
It's just something we probably sang in our regular lives, countless times over the last 22 years.
Oh, it was Bubble Bounce for me. I always heard Bubble Bounce as a kid. Then I looked up the song and I was like, Bubble Bunch? Mm-hmm. I don't hear the ch sound. What's going on here?
It's whatever it is in your heart.
Yeah. Alternative facts. It's true to me, so it's still true.
There you go. Just live your truth, man.
That's what I do. I live my truth.
Don't let anybody take that away from you.
The Bubble Bounce. So yeah, they're kidnapped by this science fiction cult, I guess. That
well, in this universe, actual science.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Like, because we're gonna go to find out that they're like 100% correct.
Yeah, Zoltan actually was right, unlike L. Ron Hubbard. How many lives could have been saved?
The jury might still be out on that one. No, the jury's in. No.
I don't know. I saw a documentary about it.
I'm not pro Scientology. I feel like that should just be stated.
There's this really great documentary out called what is it? It's not Battlefield Earth.
I wasn't sure where you were going with the documentary angle, but I'm really glad that's where you went.
Yeah.
What a trash movie. I don't want to do that while David's gone. I really don't want to ever watch that movie again.
Just the fact that it was filmed at an angle.
I got to see David watch it for this first time, and it was an experience. That's the only reason I was down to watch it.
Was he hurting?
Yeah, he was it was a lot of David going, what? Why? Fantastic.
Forrest Whitaker and John Travolta.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember who else. Anyways.
Whatever that I got.
Trash ass movie. If anything, if you want to know how bad it is, After Earth is actually a better movie.
I would rather watch After Earth again.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Arrival.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Arrival. I don't know why we're pointing over there, but I would rather watch After Earth again. Easily.
Yeah. That's a garbage movie. Anyway, back to the science cult.
Science cult, Zoltan. Well, super brief introduction because we don't get into the whole depth of it. We just understand that they've been intercepting interstellar transmissions. They know that Jesse and Chester were in the possession of the Continuum Transfunctioner, and they need to get to it. They need it, just like everybody else they're coming across.
And the Continuum Transfunctioner, it's a very mysterious and powerful device. Its mystery is only exceeded by its power.
True facts. 100%. This is not a Danny half fact. This is a Danny full fact.
That's a full fact. What I also love is the first time they do Zoltan, the driver takes his hand off of the wheel to do it for a second.
Unsafe, but you gotta have respect. Zoltan. Fantastic.
And there's Jeff.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's a good gag where everybody's name starts with a Z.
Yeah.
And Jeff. And Jeff gets a nice pause. There's a gag in the movie that starts off with Jesse and Chester with a freeze frame and then their name, like in Microsoft Movie Maker text.
Oh yeah, it just slides on screen too.
And then when they hit the Jeff, I don't know, it really gets it.
Is he Is he the third one on the entire movie that has that introduction? I think. No, the twins get it.
The twins get it too. The twins do get it, as they deserve.
Still, that makes Jeff a higher character in the hierarchy.
And really, there's a couple standouts in the Zoltan cult. Jeff is one of them because he nails the awkward face. The casting for the nerd cult, excellent.
Is so good.
They do such a good job.
I also love when they're taking to Zoltan's barn or whatever.
Yeah, when they go to Zoltan's parents' farm. Yeah. Well, it's not a barn.
I feel like I'm in a country music video.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But they dump after this brief interaction. They get dumped in front of the tailor shop.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got to go to Mr. Kim.
Yeah, we go to Mr. Kim's tailor shop. We discover that the boys had purchased some sweet Adidas Russian tuxedos.
Blah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I mean, you could I mean, it's straight out of a rap video, and they do it.
Yeah, we get the dude sweet tattoo conundrum, which is one of the best scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher, when they were like pitching this to him, was like not down. He thought the movie was going to be too stupid.
Really?
And this is the scene that made him laugh so hard. He was like, "All right, I'm in."
I mean, I feel like there's only the only two people that could have pulled this off.
Oh yeah, dude. And there's like, yeah, I was gonna say the fun facts till the end, but like Jake Gyllenhaal and Seth Rogen both auditioned and did not get the parts.
I don't feel like Seth Rogen found himself at that time, his voice, to like be ready for that, you know?
Because even in Freaks and Geeks, he was like a bully.
Yeah.
He like hadn't found.
He's very jockey.
Yeah.
And stuff. He hadn't found that niche yet, which is good. I guess some things happen for a reason.
And Jake Gyllenhaal can do whatever he wants, but
Dude,
this isn't the right role for him.
Another movie we have to talk about at some point, Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy.
It's like probably the same year. I think it's 2001.
Oh, it might
actually.
be. He's so young in that movie. He's a cute little Jake Gyllenhaal.
But he would have been perfect too in this movie, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, who knows?
He probably could have played Chester, now that I think about it.
Gyllenhaal.
The track suits are pretty sweet. I also like that you get a little
They're interstellar spacesuits. They're not outfits.
but they're given sweet little secret pockets.
Yeah.
And in it they find Sony Ericsson 2000s era cell phones, which really took me back. I did have a large brick Sony Ericsson that was like...
Bubble Boy was 2001, so he would have been just a little bit younger than he was in Bubble Boy.
Dang, that's crazy.
Sweet little baby face. And now he's just like a suave looking middle-aged man.
Which I'm pretty sure came out right after Donnie Darko.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What a range.
What a range.
And then Nightcrawler.
God.
Yeah. We're going to do a Gyllenhaal ranking at some point.
I'm down, dude.
I love that dude, man.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Need to have your khaki shorts on for that one.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's wearing denim shorts. I'm pretty sure.
That's a jort situation.
Denim jorts with
white Nikes. Yeah.
Uh,
Those of you who grew up on the early 2000s internet, you understand. The rest of you, sorry, can't help you.
It was just time we had to be there for.
Yeah, you had to be there.
So they find their cell phones. They find the receipt to the car that they
Yes.
bought, which is a disgusting looking Mercedes convertible.
And then we get rap video.
We get rap video first. That's right.
And then we get the rap video montage. Yeah.
Which is
nice.
Bust a Move.
Yeah. It
Right?
made me laugh because we were just talking about Any Given Sunday and the whole like rap video vibe in the actual rap video. I was like, this is better than the one in
much
Any
better.
Given Sunday.
Even when Jesse does like the Coolio braids.
Yes.
And they get like what is it? Is it Corona? Just like pouring down on them.
Coronas dumped on them. They're chilling with the fat rings and the grills.
And they got the dude in sweet tattoos. I like the continuation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got to keep that continuity straight.
I like that it's just like a brief interjection from like the storyline. In total, it's like a fantasy. You know what I mean?
100%.
Did it happen?
It seems like it happened.
But we were made to think that all this happened at night.
Like, no, so like I always thought like the purchases they made were the night before.
Okay.
But this is them realizing like, because they're like, dude, that's not all we bought. And then they go
to
to
that.
assumedly this party mansion that they purchased with all the people they were partying with at some point the last night. And they go and do that. And then they drive off together and we get the Fabio scene.
Another instance from the rap video of Jesse and Chester just being terrible boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we get to the next. Probably, I honestly think this is a great scene still.
I love this scene. I got excited. As soon as they got to the stoplight, I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yes, I love this part. But you just get some like Fabio posturing in his convertible and the boys trying to keep along, which ends up with them making out super hard. And the moment that they look at each other and they're like, I don't want to do it, but they look at him, we have to.
Yeah.
We have to do
Can't
this.
get punked.
I love it so much.
And yeah, that was them real kissing, like for a good minute too.
Yeah, I was telling my lovely, beautiful girlfriend, Grace, like this was a moment that 9-year-old Frank, like all his friends were like, ew, gay. And I was like, ooh.
I'm kind of feeling it.
Something's kind of, I feel hot. My pants don't fit quite right. That was an awakening moment for me for sure.
And that's some dedication because like it's a pretty convincing. I mean, it is a real kiss.
They're going
for
at
it. Yeah.
Like if that had come out the same year as Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire might not have gotten best kiss.
Dang, if they had done one upside down,
Yeah.
imagine the possibilities. God, what could have been? So we got a little good Charlotte over this at the same time. Very of the time.
Yeah.
Little things.
I had read in an article one time that the two brothers from Good Charlotte thought they invented a new guitar chord, and then they realized it was like a C minor or something like that. Something super common.
That sounds like them. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I could see that happening.
Idiots.
Let's see what happens after the Fabio scene. Oh,
They get abducted by the Zoltan.
they
cult
get
again,
abducted.
don't they?
Now
No.
they get arrested.
Yes,
Because-
they get approached by
The stripper is it
Natalia.
Natalia? I
That
think it
sounds
is.
right.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
Confronted and then arrested.
and then arrested. I love that when they're like the cops show up. They're like, "Ha ha, we got you," and they get taken away.
No, because they're sitting there. After they make out with each other, they go and get a popsicle, assumingly, and they're just trying to figure out their next move. And then they meet the super hot babes.
The hot chicks.
Yes, the super hot chicks that are aliens.
Who are you?
Spoiler alert.
We are hot chicks.
We are hot chicks.
Yes, you are.
And they keep saying with large breasts.
Do they say with large breasts?
Yeah, they keep mentioning with the large breast thing.
Nice.
Moderate breasts.
I remember hearing that there was a controversy about them saying, if you give us the continuum transfunctioner, we will give you
Pleasure.
erotic pleasure at
Erotic
first.
pleasure.
Because they couldn't say oral pleasure,
That's
I think,
too specific.
to maintain the PG-13 rating, I think.
Gotta keep it
Which is
PG-13.
so weird.
Yeah. But
'Cause-
I mean, they made a smart decision. They made their nut back like on the first
Oh, for
weekend.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Wider audience and
Yeah.
stuff. But it's weird because Sean William Scott, right after that, says, like, dude, they're offering oral pleasure. Like, he does say oral pleasure. So I guess a female just can't say, we'll give you oral
One
pleasure.
of those aliens ate his whole popsicle in
That
one
was
bite.
that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I remember that as a young boy doing things for me. Yeah, that was nice.
What kind of things?
Made me think, wow, what a brain freeze. Got him. Hey, there's even that. Oh, sorry, that made me think of that scene with Christy Boner walking across the street with the dude with the jackhammer.
Yeah, so there's like 3 ejaculation jokes. I'm trying to remember them because there's the dude with the jackhammer and the water main busting with Christy Boner
is
walking
great.
by. There's in the rap video when Ashton Kutcher's
Oh,
surrounded by all the sweet
yeah.
ladies and he shoots sunscreen everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's another one, but I can't think of what it is right now.
I mean, it's got to be the ostrich blowjob. I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get there as we work through this plot a little bit more.
I love where we're at in the plot already. Is just like if you had been explaining to this movie without me ever seeing it, I'd just be like, dude, you got to stop.
Yeah.
Like smoking weed, man. This is crazy.
You're definitely mesmerizing.
Sorry, this is a Denny.
But then the girls pull the Batman, they disappear, and then we really get into the Zoltan. No, we get arrested.
Yes.
We get the torture scene,
Love it.
which is great. It's
I've
so good.
Still holds up too.
And then we kind of bust through that one really fast. There's like the dumb cop.
You got to remember Officer Rick, dude.
Yeah, Officer Rick, who's a goose.
He still lives,
Which is part
in
of our
mind.
lexicon.
Yeah.
It's been part of our lexicon since the moment that happened.
Me?
Oh, who's a goose? Me.
Oh, did you guys say you wanted your car back, or did you say you wanted it impounded?
But, yeah,
I'm sorry, guys. How about a donut?
Yeah. Does something else happen between then going from the impound lot to then ostrich guy?
Yeah. So, well, they go to the lot, and then there's that like black lady officer that is like tries to take Sean William Scott's like finger and stuff. Hilarious.
I love her. I love her laugh. I love her attitude. Like, I wish public servants were more like that and not just like angry and mean.
That would make the DMV like more like accessible, I think.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
I would go to the DMV right now if it were that fun.
The bad news is I'm gonna have to confiscate your pinky. It's so good, dude.
The cackle is really what gets me.
Oh,
How
yeah.
much she's enjoying it is what I enjoy about that scene.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So I think right after that we go because they try to find the owner of the person who purchased the Mercedes.
Yeah, somebody purchased the car at auction.
Smart move.
Yeah,
Probably
you
made
get
a
yourself
good-
a sweet deal.
Yeah.
One of my brother's friends in high school got a sweet deal on a banging Chevy Nova. Only bad thing,
Chevy Nova.
yeah, Chevy Nova. Hell
Wow.
yeah, that boy was rolling in style. Only bad part about that car is there was like a blanket over the back seat, and when you remove the blanket, there were a couple of bullet holes back there.
Oh.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Man, is this the car from like Pulp Fiction or something?
Maybe.
Dang. I already said the line too.
Yeah, and it wasn't John Travolta's shot like problem or his fault. The gun just went off.
The gun just goes off,
The
man.
guns just go off sometimes.
Ask Alec Baldwin.
Ask Alec Baldwin.
Damn. We got to pause for a second because that was really good. Let's see. Okay, so they get to the ostrich farm.
Yeah, this is probably one of my like some of these scenes just have like quick little jokes and moments that make you laugh. Like, but the whole chunk of the ostrich farm scene, I really get a kick off. From the moment they like, even at the front gate, there's that sign about being castrated, and then underneath it, it's like your balls cut off. It's like really specific about it.
Spelling it out.
Yeah, that's great. The slapstick of them jumping over the fence and falling. And then like the tussle with the ostrich.
How they're just peeking out of nowhere and stuff.
The throwaway line of Ashton Kutcher being like, "Stupid llamas." Oh God, it kills me every time. Them thinking they finally got safe in the car. Like it's like a nice little Cujo moment.
Yeah.
And then the ostrich busts its head through and then knocks them both out. Which leads to Sean William Scott having the dream about getting sucked off by an ostrich.
Which is just amazing. I think it's better than that Ghostbusters seems.
And let's be honest, it's a dream we've all had. There's no reason to shame a man for this dream.
Especially if you're from Texas and you've ever gone on the wild safari in like San Antonio.
Fair.
You definitely go there and you see these beautiful creatures and think, what would they be like? I'm not saying from personal experience, but it's
as I've heard.
Probably something I've heard.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I read that in a magazine.
All right, so yeah, there's the French guy that's going way hard on the impression.
Yeah.
Pretty hilarious though.
His accent's pretty great, and we get Andy Dick in a cage.
God, I always forget that he's
Kathy
in this.
Lee Gifford. I get confused.
He looked the same.
They're the same person.
They're the same
I'm pretty
person.
sure they're the same person.
Like Ricky Martin and Jewel.
Prove to me that they're not, because I've never seen them in the same place together.
Dang. Who's another theory that they have like that? I know there was like a stupid theory about Ricky Martin and Joel being the same person.
That's pretty funny.
Which is it is pretty funny.
That's a pretty good one.
I don't know. Comment below because I want to know these like theories, and maybe they are. If you've got substantial evidence, I will laugh at you, but I'll accept it.
Bring to me evidence that Andy Dick and Kathy Lee Gifford are not the same person, and I'll think of some prize.
I always forget that he's in this movie until this moment. Mm-hmm. And he's Mark.
Mark,
the guy in the cage.
Hi, I'm Mark.
Oh, me. Pass the question to me. I know this one. So they have to pass some trivia about ostriches, which Sean William Scott Chester is prepared for because he watches a lot of Animal Planet.
And it's a nice little nod to Monty Python and the Quest of the Holy Grail.
That's true. What is the average flight velocity of a
African
European swallow?
Yeah, that's the nod to the Monty Python joke. But in this one, it's an African ostrich.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
and
which is not 60 miles per hour.
No, probably like
27.
Wow, that's a lot slower than I thought. I was thinking like 35 or something.
Ostriches are fast. Like,
I mean, that's way faster. That's like double what a person.
And they're
can
like
run.
deadly.
Yeah,
like, an ostrich will fuck you up.
Well, think about a chicken and how much muscle is in that leg. Now multiply that by like.
We talking about a regular chicken or like a KFC chicken?
Yeah, we're talking about like maybe even Popeye's chicken.
Damn,
which is just pure meat.
Yeah.
Now think about that in giant form. Can you imagine?
That's an ostrich.
Yeah. Or a T-Rex,
or a T-Rex. It depends on how many times you. Maximize.
What is this? An ostrich for ants?
Enhancing. Too far. I missed ostrich. Now we're at T-Rex.
Have you ever successfully completely eaten a turkey leg?
Oh yeah, dude.
I have never.
Yeah, I've been to so many church bazaars. Eat a turkey leg, wash it down with a nice like vanilla cream filled churro.
Oh,
yeah, baby.
Actually, that does sound good. The churro part
sounds great.
But I thought you were gonna say like a vanilla custard or something. I'd be like, oh god, bro, no. Anyways. Turkey legs I cannot finish. They always put me to sleep like halfway through.
Wow, man.
It's really weird.
You need to eat them turkey legs faster.
I
didn't know this about you.
It's just too much.
I don't know if we could be friends.
I don't know.
We'll have a talk after the podcast.
We'll figure it out.
We'll see.
So they, Chester. Oh, also quick nod to Animal Planet. Not around anymore.
Is Animal Planet not around anymore?
I don't think so.
I just stream everything. You know what I mean? I haven't had cable in a hot minute.
I think it's just part of like Discovery Plus, maybe.
That's unfortunate. There were some bangers on Animal Planet.
I mean, wasn't Steve Irwin on Animal Planet?
Of course,
that's where it premiered, right?
When Animals Attack.
And Jeff Corwin.
Jeff Corwin.
Good old days, man. You guys just weren't there.
Some of you were.
Yeah, some of you. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. They get through that, and where are we now?
After we leave the ostrich farm, we discover it's not the right car. They were led on a wild ostrich chase.
Well done.
And then where do they go from there?
I think that.
Is that when they get
the German
kidnapped?
guys? No.
Oh,
Is it the German guys?
They meet the German guys before that because as they're leaving the lot, the German Euro dudes, they look like Euro Club guys.
They
from
look
like
they're
90s.
from Eiffel 65 or something.
Yeah,
like
Eiffel
that.
69 maybe.
Oh yeah. Or Rammstein. They could be from
we have fun
Rammstein
here.
either.
yeah, they could have been. They could have been in that club scene in Triple X.
Which sounds fun, man. I mean, like 2000s techno. Sounds like a great time to be at. Have you seen those videos?
I have seen the videos. I've seen the documentary footage.
Yeah.
I forget what scene they come in. We glossed over those guys, but that's great because at that point they're so fed up with people. After the Continuum Transfunctioner, we get the famous line "Screw the universe."
Screw the universe.
Which I have in the back of my head at all times.
I love it. It is fantastic, and it's still part of our lexicon, which I love.
And then they send the Eurotrash dudes back to the Chinese restaurant. They like drop them off there. And it's a nice little callback because they're there asking the takeout box for the Continuum Transfunctioner. It's all like taped together from Jesse and Chester beating the crap out of it earlier.
It's like, can I get an order of shrimp fried rice?
Yeah.
Like they finally say something different.
Oh, that's great. Those dudes are pretty good because they
Yeah.
have to play everything straight, but they land everything exactly the way it should.
Yeah, they pull it off.
This part is a little bit fuzzy in my mind. Like,
Dude,
where the plot goes from here, man.
It's like I've seen this movie so many times, and I can't recall like where. I guess this is like the climax of everything, right? Because
because everything's kind of colliding together.
Yeah, right. And which I guess is like the mini golf scene or something where they.
No, because before the mini golf scene, they get kidnapped by the Zoltan cult again. And that's when they actually go to the farm and we meet Zoltan himself.
This is the Bubble Bunch. Mm-hmm. And we get that fantastic science fiction pad intro from Jeff, who's just killing it.
That Casio keyboard is so lit.
I love how he's just like cat on a keyboard in it too. He's just like
yeah, he does the like the pause before he hits the keys. It's so good. What's Zoltan's name? Hal
Sparks, man.
Yes.
Yeah. He looks so young there. I think he got big in Queer as Folk.
Yeah.
I think around that time. I think he's in a couple episodes of Sex and the City too.
So years after the initial release, the San Diego Pirates, the baseball team,
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pittsburgh Pirates. Mm-hmm. So they're at an away game. In the in like the hotel, all the boys are together. They're watching Dude, Where's My Car?
Hell yeah.
So like from that moment, they start using the Zoltan signal to congratulate each other, and it becomes the official signal of the team, to the point where the fans rallied and requested that Hal Sparks actually show up, and he threw the opening game pitch for them
out.
later. Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Like the movie bleeding into the universe.
I hope they played the Bubble Bounce.
Oh, hopefully.
Bubble Bunch. Sorry, Bubble Bounce. Bubble. Oh my god.
Bounce.
I can't. It's just
you're
like
struggling a little bit.
You're asking me to learn a different language right now. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. That is a good fun fact.
That's I thought that fact was pretty fun. But this whole scene, treasure. It's like treasure after treasure.
It is gold.
You get another like Sean William Scott like having another dream about these alien ladies. Wakes up in his underwear next to Ashton Kutcher. We get introduced to one of the stumbling bumbling fat guys from Evolution. I don't know if you recognized him. The heavy bald dude.
Yeah.
He's the one who's teamed up with like what's his name from My Name Is Earl.
And the Butterfly Effect.
And the Butterfly Effect.
I can never remember his name too.
Dude, have you seen that guy lately? Because he's
so
shredded.
Dude, he's shredded.
Totally turned
Good
around.
for him, man.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen him in a role as being shredded too. Yeah. And I was just like, that cannot be the same
He's
guy.
in Good Girls. He plays like a thug in Good Girls.
That's right.
Yeah. But he's not in this movie.
Wait, he's not the like henchman in Good Girls though, right?
No, because
that's someone else.
He's one of the Gophers.
Okay.
He's like still part of that gang, but he doesn't come.
He's not the dude with the face tattoo.
Not the dude.
That guy's great too.
Yeah, he's great.
That show is awesome, man.
Yeah, highly recommend. Check it out.
Okay, so we've gotten past Zoltan.
Yeah, we get the also the bubble popping. That's great. We get the cartoon gag of like when they're leading Chessie and Jester, like
Chessie and Jester.
That's
a good
when they're
one,
leading
too.
Jesse and Chester. We get that argument over the fire extinguisher, and they're running back and forth and stuff. It's super comical.
Very Scooby-Doo in the hallway.
Very Scooby-Doo.
Love it.
Very Scooby-Doo. It's nice.
Wasn't Ashton Kutcher in Scooby-Doo too? Is he in Scooby-Doo?
No. That's
Freddie Prinze Jr. No,
it is Freddie Prinze Jr.
Lillard,
and it's Matthew Lillard. That's
Lillard.
who plays Shaggy. Yeah.
Man, Ashton Kutcher would have been a good one too. But I'm not saying that Matthew Lillard didn't hold up. He did a great Shaggy.
I don't know if I've ever not enjoyed Matthew Lillard in something.
I love Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing. Hey, he's in Good Girls too. What do you know?
Yeah. He does a bunch of like philanthropic work now.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, such a good dude.
Such a good dude.
What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
My Oscar. Anyways, are we at the golf scene now?
I think from
Where it happens
there.
It's hard to recall. It's all just a big shibby dream.
Yeah, for real. So this last part gets a little fuzzy. From there, I can't imagine any other scene that happens. I think they finally go to the mini golf and they start digging through the locker and they start discovering a few more clues.
That's right. They maybe find something from the mini golf, right? Like a ticket stub or something.
They find their
like that?
ticket stubs
Yeah.
and they decide to buy that prize. Oh, and the crazy straw. You can't forget the crazy straw.
That
we
is
learned that
awesome.
the boys learned Mandarin. And yeah, we get the MacGuffin crazy straw.
Amazing.
To coincide with the MacGuffin Rubik's Cube from earlier. But then they buy that stupid toy and try to pass it off as the Continuum Trunks functioner.
Yeah.
Because their girlfriend's have been kidnapped by the dude bros at this point. All these people, they're all just trying to get the Continuum Trans functioner now. They call everybody and tell them, hey, we got it. Come and get it. And then we get to the climax of the film.
Where they have a little trivia moment asking what they scored the night before at the mini golf.
Yeah, on the 18th hole of mini golf, which you world's greatest detectives and your sharp viewers out there would recall from the lifetime supply of pudding in their cabinet, that they obviously got a hole in one.
They obviously won it. And the babes get it wrong and begrudgingly turn into Mega Babe.
Mega Babe. Form of, yeah.
What a scene.
Yeah, it screams early 2000s. What does Sean William Scott calls them? He's like, those are the biggest hoo-haws I've ever seen.
And we get Mr. Pizzacoli to come back too.
Yeah, gotta get Mr. Pizzacoli in because the boys had ordered some pizzas for Smokey McPot.
Ah, yeah. No, dude, I'm Johnny Potsmoker. So there's definitely a scene of a kid like looking up the panties.
Yeah, when she walks out, there's that birthday party happening. And that great line, I want to ride that ride, Daddy.
Yeah.
And the dad's just like, me too,
Yeah.
son. Yeah.
That's still pretty funny.
Yeah, I still laugh at that.
I still like that. I love the use of forced perspective with the giant woman. It's, again, not computer graphics.
There's some parts that are definitely computer graphics. 'Cause
Really?
she's like crawling out because the scene starts inside the mini golf place and then they come outside. And it's like regular people, and she's coming through, and you can tell it looks
They're like scaling her.
Yeah, it
a
looks
little
a
bit.
little rough around the edges for sure.
Still looks good.
Still looks good.
It does the job.
It's serviceable,
Very serviceable. Much like the Continuum Trans functioner.
much like the Continuum Trans functioner.
So they're able to defeat it from the actually the Eurotrash guys defeat her from the
No, Jesse and
Trans
Chester pull it off.
that's
They
right.
activate the photon something beam.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Chester uses the crazy straw and his Animal Planet knowledge to save the day.
I love that. That's a good callback.
Yeah.
When they show the Animal Planet of the chimpanzees using
Mm-hmm.
tools. Amazing.
Yeah. What a smart primate.
Used smart primate too, not monkey.
Yeah.
Kudos.
He knows animals. He might not know a lot of things, but he knows what he knows.
Definitely knows animals. So Mega Babe is destroyed.
Yes.
We're left with the Eurotrash guys. I love when it's just like what does they say? Like sequence deactivated, and they just like head bump each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's very sweet the way they touch.
Yeah,
heads.
they like kiss their foreheads together.
The Zoltan cult gets a happy ending. They get to go to a party on the Crab Nebula. They're all super excited about it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Christy Boner finds a new love in the boys dealer. What's his name again?
Oh,
Character's name?
oh gosh, Nelson.
Nelson finds new love in Nelson. Very quickly too, might I add. And then the boys and everybody, the whole world gets Men in Black, flashy light, mind
That's
wiped.
right. Yeah. Everything's set back
Everything
to normal.
kind of gets reset.
No one remembers anything.
They finally figure out where their car is. We get the boys take their gifts to the girlfriends, and they find that
They don't even know what's in it.
Eurotrash aliens have given them a necklace that makes their girlfriend's boobs bigger.
Yeah, that was something.
And the girls aren't concerned about this, about what's happening. They're just like, oh,
do they
wow.
not feel it?
No,
Yeah.
they notice it. They look down. They're like happy about
Yeah,
it.
they're cool about it. And then they're just like, oh, my back.
Yeah. Good luck dealing with those back problems. You didn't have the core strength to support those alien puppies that you're
now they have to
sporting.
buy like a whole set of new bras too. That's expensive, man.
That's expensive. This is an expensive problem to have.
Bras are expensive.
Yeah.
Never realized that until you get older, and then you start buying bras for yourself, and you're just like, wow, these are really expensive.
Sometimes they need the support.
Sometimes you do, especially if you have alien boobs that just keep getting larger and larger.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the bro or the man's ear is only in the Seinfeld universe. It doesn't actually exist out here.
So I mean, that's pretty much it. And their super secret surprise is berets.
Yeah, berets that weren't even made by the girlfriends, but they stitched the names into them, which is nice.
It's very nice.
It's a nice.
It's a nice gesture.
They're sweet.
I guess they don't have sex.
No,
I guess they just get to look at the bigger boobs, but they don't actually get to have sex.
they probably don't ever really get to have sex. They flirt
But
with
they
strippers.
certainly did
and stuff.
like
They made out with each other.
they did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had sex with other people.
Yeah, probably.
Probably at the rap video.
They might have an STI or two.
Maybe. Terrible boyfriends. Sucky.
Terrible boyfriends. I hope for the twins' sake, they got their shit together. Left them boyfriends.
Yeah, maybe they got better. We can only hope.
But for now, they're just going to go get Chinese food.
I almost hope that there would be like a later version of Dude, Where's My Car now with old Jesse and Chester. That'd be kind of interesting to see what happens.
There was like a script, like they were trying to do this. The last that anything came out about it was back in like 2015. Both main actors would be down to like reprise the roles, but it's just never taken off of the ground.
Maybe they can't get a good script.
I mean, they were lucky enough that like lightning struck once.
Yeah.
There's no way they're pulling it off again, or they might.
Well, you never know, man. Something like Super Troopers 2 got made.
Yeah, they got made, but it's not great. It's
not
nowhere
good.
near as
That's
good
what
as
I'm
the
saying.
first one. Like
People definitely went to see it because they wanted to make it as good as the first one.
the last time, I think I've seen Super Troopers 2 twice, and the last time was sitting in a hotel room in Dallas with you.
That's right.
While we were dealing with the result of food poisoning from eating hot KFC car chicken.
Yeah, the chicken had been sitting in the car while we were in a football game for about 8 hours.
Hug of chocolate football, man. Those margaritas at the AT&T Stadium were wild. I thought it was a good idea.
I got so drunk at that game. It was great. Yeah, and then we got real sick after. Just such a time.
What a good time.
So why don't we hit the fun facts? I want to know some. Do you have any more?
So I already sprinkled a few through. One of the ones I thought was crazy that I learned today. There's a Bollywood comedy remake of Dude, Where's My Car? It's called Mir Dad Ki Maruti. They just borrow the storyline from Dude, Where's My Car? They transport the action from California to the Indian city of Chandigarh.
Okay.
And it's about a college student who secretly takes his bride-to-be sister's wedding present, a 7-seat MPV, which I assume is a van, out for a spin, and he loses it. And then it turns into like the hilarity of him trying to find the car, stumbles through all this crazy stuff.
Are there ostriches?
No word if there's ostriches. There's like the tattoo gag, and then they just get a lot of the same escapades.
That's weird.
Right?
It just sounds so wholesome compared to what it actually is. Mm-hmm. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Good for you, Bollywood. I hope it's funny. It's probably not. But
And the movie starts off with like the based on true events thing, which always just felt like a dumb joke. But the screenwriter actually based this off of a wild adventure
Wow.
of one of their friends from losing their car after a night of crazy partying.
so it's more correct than the actual movie is.
More correct than the actual
Hilarious.
movies, yeah.
Wow. Well, you heard it here first. UMR approves of 2000's Dude, Where's My Car?
Official UMR stamp of approval.
From all three of us.
Unanimous, the three of us.
Absolutely. No discussion.
Nope.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Dude, Where's My Car? When's the last time you watched it? Pop it in. Put it on the comments. I want to know.
All right. In all seriousness, David hates this movie. He actually left us a message for this. We haven't heard it yet, so we apologize for anything that's about to happen. I'll put this in better audio, but we'll just have it to have our reaction on. Let's see what's happening.
It's got to be real.
Hello, gentlemen. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I thought in celebration of the Dude, Where's My Car deep dive, I would supply my own Dude, Where's My Car fun fact that actually my wife told me about. Apparently, she listened to this commentary track several times in high school, which is alarming, to be quite honest. But what she said, and granted, it's been years, maybe this has been remembered incorrectly, but the boyfriend, the douchey boyfriend character in the movie, the bully, apparently the actor on set, he would only refer to himself in the third person as the kid, which
weird
sounds almost like a Seinfeld character or something. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Anyways, happy podcasting. And man, Twins, what a weird movie. See ya.
Wow. Did David just beat us to character limit extended?
Well done.
Yeah. Any last notes on Dude, Where's My Car?
I mean, it sounds like David approves of Dude, Where's My Car. I didn't hear any objections in that.
I also didn't hear any objections. So 100% unanimous stamp of approval.
Including
Dude, Where's My
Michelle.
Car? Channel favorite movie. Let's go.
And it's just so weird that we found out that Tommy is actually Jerry O'Connell's brother and a douche, apparently.
And a douche.
So,
yeah, the kid, it's definitely got air of like the maestro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one little quick thing. I really love when Tommy and Christy are like they're getting food and she's just like, I don't know, maybe they're just, Jesse and Chester are more sensual and they pay attention to my feelings. And he's got food in his mouth and he's just like, he just like winces at that.
I also really like about that pizza scene that they're eating a full pizza, but Tommy has his own calzone that he's just like slamming down.
That's a pro move.
No, you know what? It's a Stromboli. Excuse me.
I'm sorry to our Italian listeners.
Sorry, Italians. I don't mean to offend. Yeah, my apologies. Heartfelt.
I love it. Well, this week for our Character Limit Extended, we are reviewing The Inward Burp came back.
Yeah, it's nice.
You got to keep that one in. That's going on the sample pad.
Yeah,
for sure.
You got it.
We're talking about Twins.
Yes, the slot that was supposed to be our 100th episode, but is now the 99.5 episode.
Fife.
Yeah, David's newborn twins tried to usurp the position.
As they do.
Yeah.
There's a new heir.
New heir.
Wow, this movie is watchable, but at the same time you ask yourself why you're watching it.
Yeah. I feel like if you hadn't seen this like at a younger age or anything like this, it would be really hard to jump into for the first time.
It's just so dated.
I'm glad I went back to it, at least for like we had a purpose, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
It's a nice occasion. Like congratulations, David and Michelle. We're extremely happy for you.
Maybe we all remembered this movie being better than it was.
Yeah.
And even then I remembered it at being like a 6 or something, you know?
David touched on like, he wanted us to mention like, how do you mix the sperms? How is this happening? What are you doing?
6 different people's
Six
sperm.
different people?
Yeah.
Just throw them all in a pot, swirl it up a bit and see what happens?
I was not the best at biology, but I do remember freshman year biology, they said in the little squares of, it starts with like heritage or whatever, you know what I mean? When they're doing genetics.
Yeah.
Comment below if you know the name of that thing, but it's like, it can't go in 6 ways. It could go 2, 4, 8.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just how the math works. One of the things I remember about this movie too is like parts of it are like, you know exactly what's going to happen next, but there's also a ton of parts where there's no way you could guess like how these situations are going to play out. Danny DeVito and Arnold though, very endearing.
Yeah.
Like they have a nice, so we're talking about 2 groups of men today who are just, their chemistry is fantastic.
Yeah.
There's like the scenes where Arnold like picks Danny DeVito up and he's like hugging him, all that stuff. Super sweet.
That does work. It's
But
weird when they find their mom and they're just like, Mama.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
It's a
and
weird
from
feeling.
like the moment that like that lady starts talking, it's like, she's going to pretend that she has no idea what's happening about, and she's the mom because she's being a bit of a shyster.
I wish that they just hadn't found their mom.
Yeah, as a weird offshoot, I guess.
That they just found like the love in each other, and that was enough. You know what I mean? Because the mom coming in is really strange.
Lots of wacky moments, lots of more action than you would expect. I learned about a gun I didn't know about.
Really?
Yeah, there's like that bullpup shotgun.
Yeah.
I had to like look it up and learn some things about it. That was pretty exciting.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole B plot is really weird.
Yeah, weird bleed plot.
The whole having to go over the border and all that stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember a lot of the details, even after the rewatch of Danny DeVito's criminal whole thing.
Yeah.
But at least we get that comically long chain drop.
Yeah.
With Danny DeVito's head just kind of like following it. That I really got a kick out of.
Arnie does good fish out of water stuff.
Arnie does great fish out of water stuff, a la Kindergarten Cop.
Oh my God, that movie is legitimately good.
Yeah.
Better than this movie. I gotta say, it's still like, I really wouldn't, if you haven't seen this movie, unless you're gonna like laugh at it with friends, I just say don't watch it.
Yeah.
Like what? You're not missing out on anything.
It's a good like ironic watch, I guess.
Yeah.
Like just for gits and shigs.
I like that.
Thanks.
The best part about it is Danny DeVito and Arnie, and none of the plot.
Yeah, really.
Just seeing them interact on screen, I guess.
There's a weird writing room. Like your cocaine is a hell of a drug comment on the CLE episode, I feel like really nails it. Like weird decisions were being made.
Peak 80s movies. Let's just throw it and see what sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ideas. I mean, honestly, I think this was just not spurned, but like started from the idea of getting Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger on a movie. And then they just like,
one of them's big and one of them's small. It'll be hilarious.
ain't that hilarious? That was enough to sell movie tickets back then.
True?
I mean, what else? They got like 3 channels on.
I mean, that's been a comedic duo thing for a long time. You got the Laurel and Hardy, you got the Abbott and Costello, like fat guy, tall, skinny guy. That's
The Rock.
It's comedy gold,
and,
man.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Neither of them are fat, but it's still little guy, big guy. You know?
Still works.
Yeah.
The Rock is way funnier than
That's
Kevin
a good
Hart is.
comedy dynamic.
For sure. Kevin Hart sucks. Yeah, that's it for you and my. I say don't watch it unless you've seen it again. Then maybe rewatch it for. I don't know what value you'll get out of it.
What movie would you suggest other than this? Like if
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, that's a good one.
Like 100%.
Scratch that 80s Arnold itch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the humor is. I feel like it's right up there with Jingle All the Way, pretty much.
Jingle All the Way I have just on a totally different pedestal.
I mean, it's
That's
a
a gem.
complete different.
Well,
I watch
Christmas
that
movie.
every year.
Yeah, every year for Christmas.
Probably wouldn't watch Kindergarten Cop every year, but it is just as good, I think. That's gonna lead us on to
Just kidding. We don't have any movie news. Isn't that interesting?
we got one. We got you.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about recommendations, which we do sometimes. There is precedent.
Yeah, prepare yourself. Get wrecked.
What you been watching?
So I have been watching Chad and JT Go Deep. It is like a mockumentary series about 2 Stoke activists. They're like Southern California, like surfer dudes. They do the best dumb guy faces.
Nice.
And it's a little bit of like a prank show aspect where like some of the people are in it, some of them aren't. I don't want to give too much away. It is so goddamn funny.
So
though.
almost like a Borat vibe kind of deal.
Almost. And the whole premise is like these 2 guys are activists, but they're high effort, low intelligence. And their activism is about stuff like save the borders, but it's like skateboarders. So then they attract a bunch of
Wow.
attention from like racists, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
hilarious.
They have a petition in the first episode to stop talking on e-scooters, and it just really confuses people. And they're trying to get like signatures and stuff.
Reminds me of that one penis show that they did. Was the
The one about the drawings.
yeah, it was on Netflix, right?
Yeah, that one's great.
The one by Will Ferrell.
It's got a very similar air to it.
That's hilarious.
But it is another really good like buddy duo. Like they're just very endearing together. It's really funny.
Nice.
Can't recommend it enough.
What's this on?
Netflix.
Okay, cool.
On Netflix. Also on Netflix, a like survival drama series called Keep Breathing. I'm only like 3.5 episodes in, but I'm all in.
Interesting.
It's about a lady who's on a plane, a small 2-engine plane, crashes in the wilderness.
I love those.
She's all on her own and trying to survive.
I love the edge.
great.
Ah, that's dope. I love survival wilderness movies, especially when it's people that that crash from planes.
Yeah.
Alive, The Edge,
The Gray.
The Great. Yeah, except for that unsatisfying ending.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
That'll happen sometimes. Liam Neeson, you owe me.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Pink made it out.
That's dope. That's dope. So those two.
Yeah, those are my 2 recs. I'm trying to think about anything else, but no.
No, all right.
Just been kind of like watching stuff for the channel, some light watches here and there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm sure a lot of people have been doing, I actually started watching the new Game of Thrones show,
I was sure you had.
House of the Dragon, like as if there was ever a question.
Yeah,
I
there was
had to
never
know.
a doubt in my mind.
No.
I was like, I'm surprised Danny hasn't told me anything about it yet.
I love it. I really do think it has potential to have the same gravity as the original series. The characters were really well selected. The casting's really well selected. There's so much more budget in comparison to like season 1 of Game of Thrones, which is super endearing and still great. Like I love season 1 of Game of Thrones, but there's so much like production value in it. It's really well done.
Well, now you've got a world of backing somehow, even after fumbling the ending so hard.
Yeah, but it's really interesting because they do the textbook that it's from, like Fire and Blood, is not like a story. There's no narrative to it, really. There's barely any some sprinkled in it. If anything, it reads more like a textbook.
It's like bits of lore.
It's like a genealogy. You know how like
Okay.
the Bible goes like for like I think it's
Yeah,
Genesis.
I've heard of this Bible. Yeah.
You know how that like there's a point in I think in Genesis where like it's just like naming people who are descendants.
And this guy is the son of this guy,
Yeah.
and then he banged one of his sisters, and now there's all these kids, and
It's kinda like-
Hezekiah and Ezekiel.
Exactly.
And
here we are at David. Yeah, I mean it's kind of so it reads like that. So they know like the outline of how the whole civil war of the Targaryen family goes, but they are really working on branching it out, and it's a cool direction. It's a really cool direction.
I'm gonna have to check it out
It's good.
after the Lord of the Rings series because we're gonna have to jam that in.
I'm very excited about that too.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Hopefully.
There's a lot of money in it.
I mean, we're gonna invest a decent chunk of time into this in a very small amount of time.
I'm sure I'll watch it either way.
Yeah.
Other than that, recently I have been scratching my itch and rewatching before bed Ancient Aliens.
Dude, I'm always in between rewatches of Ancient Aliens.
I
love Ancient Aliens. I don't know if you're familiar with any of the like Viceland stuff, but there was a show on Viceland TV of Action Bronson and his friends hanging out watching episodes of Ancient Aliens.
Hilarious.
It's such a good idea for a show.
Dude.
It's so good.
I mean, the first 3 seasons of Ancient Aliens are like just solid gold. And then like they really kind of get a little wacky with it. Like there's obviously they're just like imposing like ideas like what if this was aliens?
Yeah.
And then
what if it was all aliens?
Yeah. You have Sukalos come out and he's just always just like, I've got a reason.
Yeah, it's funny watching his hair get crazier and crazier.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow the same.
I got to like season 5 and he's obviously the star of the show. Him and like that David Childers guy who's like talks like this.
Yes.
You know, what if the Mayans were also? It's just fantastic.
Yeah, every time I finish watching through Ancient Aliens again, I get a little bit sad.
I always love like when they have a different commentator on. I'm like, oh, what's their credentials? And they put it on and it's just like editor, UFO magazine. And I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense.
The best credit on that show is like ancient astronaut theorist.
Which is in my bio now.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, watch Ancient Aliens on Discovery Plus. I cannot recommend it enough. It is so good to watch.
I mean, they got that bad boy on Netflix. You can
Oh,
watch
dude!
it on
Oh, they
Netflix
got some
too,
on
yeah.
there. All
Oh, yeah.
right. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our daily Rex.
Yeah, besides that, I've just been preparing myself for all the mental anguish that I will face coming this football season.
Oh
be
man,
The
sounds like it'll be good.
Dude, the Eagles keep picking up folks left and right. I'm honestly really scared about the
They're
Eagles.
pretty
this season.
stacked.
I'm not happy about it.
Jalen Hurts isn't that good though, to be honest.
Yeah, but they just picked up somebody else today. I
Don't
can't even
they-
remember who it was
They
because I
got
was just
AJ
like
Brown.
upset.
Yeah, they took AJ Brown and then no, they let go of AJ Brown, right? I don't know.
I almost want to dig through the Cowboys subreddit to figure out who I was talking about, but it's too much work.
Dang. I mean, I feel like the Cowboys are on the right track. I think they'll have a good season. I
Yeah,
think they'll get to play.
I feel that way at the beginning of every season.
I don't, but that's saying something. I really do think you'll win your division. I think so.
We'll see. Like, I'm usually more confident in the division win really concerned about the Eagles this year.
Giants are actually to be scared. You should be scared of the Giants too. They picked up some good stuff in the draft.
Yeah, I got really used to like just laughing at the Giants.
Yeah.
That was a nice couple of years.
They could be a sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's enough football talk for now. I know we could go all day.
Yeah. We just did the football episode. We don't have to get into all that.
Why
again.
not go to round 2?
Round 2, baby. Speaking of rounds,
it's time for Peeps and Predicts. Everybody's favorite real hypothetical situation where we put 2 peeps, i.e. people, in predicts, real predicaments, and see how they come out. Who's our champion?
our reigning champion is still Neo, the one.
I'll give you the predict jar here.
Hey, thanks.
Yes, Neo has been on a bit of a roll lately.
He's going to be a hard one to beat.
He's got...
We found ourselves in another Batman situation.
Yeah, how many... We got to stop putting Superman knockoffs on there, you know?
Yeah.
It's the thing. I don't even know how many he's won. He's probably won like 5 episodes so far.
Dude, who knows? I can't count. I'm not the math guy on this channel. Danny, who are our peeps?
I had a predict in the peep jar, so I'm picking again.
That's a bit of a predicament itself.
All right, let's see. Why are there predicts in the peep jar?
What are you doing? This is your fault. You're the one who's been maintaining them.
All right. I will get one eventually.
Eventually, there's got to be a pair of peeps in there.
All right, here we go. No, we got this one last time.
Weird.
The Predator versus NBC's Chris Hansen. No, we did get this one last time.
No, we got who's more
got the
likely.
situation.
Yeah, there was a predicament.
Okay, so
that's a weird pairing of peeps, Danny. I'm usually pretty excited about what you put in the jar. I gotta say, that's a weird pair of peeps.
I'm sorry. It still works.
Well, take a seat.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's get in.
Who's more likely to kick the game-winning field goal and win the big game?
Obviously, the Predator. He's got superhuman strength.
I'm gonna go with Gus, the mule.
Obviously, the best football meal.
So, no, legitimately, though, like, I don't know. Chris Hansen's a long dude. I don't know if he has any athletic experience. The Predator, if not for anything else, has accuracy.
Yeah, he could definitely, like, compute the exact power that he would need to probably kick it, like, I would honestly say, like, maybe 600 yards.
Yeah. And I'm not saying, like, kicking field goals is easy. It's a skill. But if you are a pro kicker, you have one job. You've been doing one thing at least since like high school. There's one thing you're good at. Stop missing field goals and blowing the game.
Are you talking about a certain Zerline here?
I might be. I might be.
What it's like to have a good kicker. I love it. It's really good.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. The feeling is not something that I'm used to.
We somehow circumvented to bringing back football.
Yeah. Tis the season. You want to get us our second predict here?
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. All right. Our second predicament of the day with the Predator and NBC's Chris Hansen is who's more likely to be the subject of a secret eugenics experiment? i.e. twins, I think.
Yeah, i.e. twins. Yeah, that sounds like a twins thing.
Another Arnie movie.
So
the Predator?
Aren't the Predators kind of their own eugenic experiment?
Yeah, I mean, they weed out the weak and they
splice DNAs from other strong predators.
The strongest, the strongest predators in the galaxy.
Is that why they rip the spines out?
Maybe. Could be to get like the DNA
the spinal
and
fluid,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, it could be.
Huh.
I think they take it as trophies, but I mean, that would be the best spot to probably get
the bones
DNA.
is trophy, but you got that sweet juice inside that spinal
marrow
cord too.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So
eat some bone.
I mean,
marrow
the Predator
tacos.
literally is eugenics. So this could be something to stop Neo.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Hansen, he's got the white skin, the blonde hair,
Kind of a weird face.
But the Predator is bona fide a genetic experiment in its own.
Yeah, one that's willful.
Damn, so we're about to have the Predator face the Neo. I hope this is
Neo.
something that might be able to dethrone him. We'll
I
see.
hope so. Let's see. I'm excited.
This might be the most even match we've had so far.
Who is more likely to have a better British accent?
Well,
the Predator.
Yeah, you know what?
He can recreate
we've
it.
seen Keanu's British accent. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Yeah. I've seen Dracula.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst things that has ever tried to British.
It's like there's not very bad moments in that movie. That's definitely one of the worst moments of that movie.
But the Predator can replicate human voices.
All he'd have to do is hear a British accent once.
Oh my God, David wasn't even here for it.
Dang!
We finally dethroned Neo.
I don't know. What do you think, Grace? Is that sound reasoning?
Sound argument? We're not just we're not stuck in like a reverberation chamber here.
Perfect.
Pretty accurate.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
It's so exciting.
I love it.
I was not that I don't like Keanu. I was really tired about talking about Neo.
I really was too, because
If we kept talking about the Matrix, I was gonna have to buy a duster.
he's
And I don't want to do that.
Hey, we got a pretty strong thing up here. I don't think the Predator's infallible, but still
He's
pretty
gonna
good.
be another hard one to take down.
I think so. Depends what the situation is.
He's gonna last like an episode.
And he'll laugh like,
Yeah, strange audio choices in the original Predator.
well, you heard it here first. Dude, Where's My Car is probably the best movie we've ever reviewed on this channel.
Probably the best movie anybody's ever reviewed on any channel.
Arguably the best. If it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie, it'd be right under Signs.
In another 100 years, are people still going to be talking about Citizen Kane? Or are they going to be talking about Dude, Where's My Car?
It'll be a relic, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a template to make all great movies off of.
Yeah. For years and years. 1,000 years, Dude, Where's My Car?
Thanks for listening. If you could help us out with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Hey, hit us with 4 stars. We're not greedy.
I'll take it. It helps grow our audience.
Let's be honest. We can improve on some things.
There's some things. I could wear better clothes or something.
Eh.
Yeah, help us out on Spotify. Press follow on our profile. It will show up in your home screen when the episodes drop on Sunday mornings. Yeah. We also have on YouTube, if you're subscribed, you'll get CLE or UMR every Sunday morning. Help us out. We'll help you out with some great content, we hope. I think.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Shibby.